Hey, hola, welcome to the Jetty Jet Show. Welcome everybody. This is the Jetty Jet Show. I'm Jetty Jet, and we're gonna be drawing Trunks and Vegeta today. How's everybody? So good to be back. Ice Cream, Jorian Edwards, anything? You missed the whole show. We're just ending it right now. Please, you guys, let me know if the sound is okay. I don't know how it sounds on your end, and I don't want to have to go check. But did you hear music? Did you hear some music in the background? Sometimes OBS is a little weird. What's up, my ninja? What's good? Tasm Art. What's good, everybody? I hope it's all good. That's the response I want to hear. It's all good. What is good? I don't know. No, it's all good. It's all good. All right. So we got a lot of show today. We got a lot of Jetty show today. We're gonna be painting Dragon Ball Z. As you guys see, this is something I'm trying to finish right now. It's a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of stuff to catch up on. But I'll be working on this in the background. This is a very direct kind of approach, very panel-y style, and I'll touch on it here and there. But I'm hoping to get this finished today, hopefully. Rodrigo Martinez asks, "Can you draw a woman?" Can I draw a woman? Not today, surprisingly. What shall I draw? That's like the question I ask myself every day. What should I draw? Women. How about women? Okay, let me just. Please, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. All right. Can you play some DB, PST, or is that copy risky? Oh yeah, maybe copy risky. Desu ne. Yeah, copy risky. Okay, let's get here. It's always jittery when I start up a show. Like after being gone for so long, it's been a while since I've live streamed. A lot of stuff going on. I gotta get you guys all caught up. But it's probably best for me just to get into the mojos, the juices flowing, the juices. More painterly, more power. Yeah. So I'm just in the rendering stages of this drawing. So how are you guys doing? Where are you guys all coming from? I'm coming from the California. I'm coming from the California. Let me get my notes out because I wrote notes for this. We have today. Let's talk about been way too long. Yes, it has. What am I drawing? Trunks and Vegeta, of course. Every Asian kid that I knew, including myself growing up, wanted to be Trunks. That was around for me when I discovered Trunks. It was about fifth grade, fourth grade, or something like that. And this is like the 90s. I didn't have cable, and Trunks wasn't really on TV. So my exposure to a lot of the characters were through graphic cards, and I was just like, damn, that guy's hella cool. And everybody knew Trunks, but nobody's ever watched Trunks or Dragon Ball to that point because I don't even think it was playing on cable during that time. We were just too broke. Too broken to get a couldn't watch cable. But we would collect all the cards, and it had like little snippets of information about the characters. And then the internet was just coming around, so we would pass around information about who they are. Like, what? Future Trunks? What? He's the son of Vegeta? But that means Trunks has a baby? What? That's crazy. Yeah, so let's take this out. Yeah, we all had his hairstyle. Everybody wanted to split hair. I mean, this is the Super Saiyan hairstyle. Eventually, everybody gets their hair spiked up with gel to get it standing, but you had to have your split hairstyle. You got it. What do you guys know about them Asian split hairstyles, huh? It looks so dorky nowadays, but Trunks, man, he was like he's the OG heartthrob. He was like everything I wanted to be. He embodied coolness, the coolness. He was the essence of cool. You too, Jordan. Ah, you too. Where can I download your brushes? Brushes anywhere? Yeah, you can eventually. It's not up yet. I have that in plans once everything freaking slows down. It's been picking up, but goodness gracious, I have a couple brushes. I only know like 5 or 6 major brushes that I've created over the past. But I'm trying to amass enough so that it becomes kind of a worthwhile packet, not just like here's the brush, but you know. I've been getting that question a lot. Maybe you're the same person who's been asking about that. Gotta draw some crotch shadows. So in order to draw a crotch shadow, you put a little shadow right underneath the crotch. Bada, bada, boom, pow. Hope you guys are good. It's been so long. I missed you. I missed you guys. Got to talk about the my little update on the status of my New Year's resolution and what I've accomplished over this time. And all that stuff. Let's see what's on the next list. Oh yeah, let's talk about the comment on Instagram before I move forward. So there was a comment on Instagram. It was a terrible comment. I hated it. Don't leave me comments. That's hate speech. Please let me know if you guys can hear me okay. No, it wasn't a bad comment. It was a very, very nice comment actually. Somebody was saying how they bought their my rewards on Gumroad, and they're like, I'm not gonna be buying anymore because it seems to be intermediate to advanced level. And I guess that's technically true. They bought 2 rewards, and their gripe was that I use a lot of words that I kind of assume you might already know. So the words that they pointed out were like wash, like what does wash mean, or like how I blend forms and stuff. I kind of just go over them during my process, and I just wanted to address this because this is something that, yeah, it's a legitimate concern. It is somewhat intermediate. I do try to break down these terms as I go, periodically, just like as much as I can, but I don't want to have to like spend forever like explaining in detail every single time. A wash is when you lay a flat layer of color and you blend colors, and it's just like kind of general knowledge, general art knowledge. But what I want to do is I want to do a supplementary video to break down a lot of the words that I use frequently, a lot of things, and also maybe some basic breakdowns of rendering form, and that really just comes down to drawing the ball and learning what your light source is, and knowing what the reflected light is and what the form shadow would be, the softening of that edge, the ambient occlusion and the cast shadow, all of this. I mean, that's really, I always tend to go to these same principles and points over and over, but my videos are not a tutorial on how to render or how to draw anatomy, for example. But I do touch on it a lot. I actually break down some things in a lot of detail, and but for any of that fundamental stuff, I would suggest just checking out my YouTube videos. A lot of the fundamental stuff I offer for free. If you just like peek in there, you'll see that I have a anatomy proportions breakdown. I have a rendering the ball form, cross hatching. I have hands. I have faces. These are older videos, and I have to do some updates on it. But those are where you want to get those kind of videos. Everything else on my rewards are a breakdown of the process. I show you my thinking process as I'm working, and I think this is quite valuable to a lot of artists, because I mean anybody can render a ball. There's just kind of like there's really no 2 ways about understanding what form is and how light affects a form. But there are millions of different approaches for every single artist. Everybody has a different approach, and I'm sharing with you my knowledge and secrets of how I approach a painting from start to finish, and I leave nothing out. I leave a little bit, not just. That's all in there, and every single video I have so far has been a different approach. I tend to do that. I don't really stick to a single style or approach for very long because I have fun with creating these different approaches. It's nice. The Judge just show. What are your thoughts on superposition? Superposition. I'm not sure what that means. So, yeah. What's up, yeah? Yo, yowie, yowie. Oh, can you try to upload a draw me with me kind of video? Draw with me. Yeah, draw with me. Like, yeah. That's another little thing I wanted to do too. If you're talking about what I'm thinking, I have yeah that kind of format in my mind where I've edited the video and you're drawing with me, but technically I am drawing with you right now. So I hope you're drawing with me. Hi, 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 hi. Hey, hello, hello. How are you, man? I'm pretty good. Frederico hanging in there, you know what I'm saying? We're just like trying to get through some art blues. I don't want to call it depression because depression's a serious thing and there's some slumps here and there. And we'll get to that. Terms, for example, that I want to cover in the supplementary stuff, like for example, occlusion, ambient occlusion. You guys know that wash, rendering form and how you would render form. You know, like learning what a soft edge is and a hard edge is. And then I'll just point you to that every time I upload that'll be included in part of the reward because again I think like I shouldn't spend so much time in breaking down all these things within every video. I try to be as detailed, like I said. You know, you want to treat it as if they've never heard of this stuff in their life, but at the same time, you want to make it efficient or quick enough for people to get down. So, generally speaking, it's for people who are already experienced with some form of drawing. You know, not even like a lot of experience, but trunkus. Hi. Like Bob Ross, do you think Akira Toriyama likes MC Hammer Trunks pants remind me of him? You know what? I think about this night and day. You may have a point. Habitat. Guys, check it out. If you're too young to know who MC Hammer is, I think he has a point. Akira Toriyama was probably influenced a lot by MC Hammer pants. And a lot of pants in the 90s, we like to wear baggy pants. We like the baggy pants. And I'll give you an explanation why we had baggy pants in my day. It's because we're too poor to afford new pants. And a lot of the young kids would get pants handed down to them. Trunks got some chunks of packing. Trunks packing. You know, once in a blue moon, I'll draw guys. Draw guys for people who like guys. I'm saying, see how I didn't say just the ladies? Because if you swing that way, that's how you swing. I'm saying, do you, boo? Do you? Do you think? Yeah, I think he does. Happy birthday, Katsuki Bakugo from France. Hey, happy birthday! Wait a second, it's his birthday. Katsuki Bakugo? I'm not sure who that is, but I'm sure that person is very grateful you said that. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Oh yeah, and I also want to offer more basic tutorials eventually, like more simple, you know, just like straight on like Dragon Ball Z style. Let's do it, you know, like, and these are some. It's a very cel shaded technique, and you don't have to be bogged down with all this artsy fartsy stuff, this elitism stuff. I had a comment from my last tutorial too. I think somebody was like, "That's the worst way to draw, hitting undo over and over and over." I'm like, "Yeah. Well, you know what? I know this. All right. I'm not advocating for people to hit undo all the time. That's a For one, I when you're drawing live, I'm not really thinking. I'm not thinking. I'm just on autopilot. You're talking, right? You're talking about all kinds of random crap. So it's like, so I'll just be doing this just to do it. I'm not trying to like hit it. And secondly, yeah, it's definitely something that you got to work on. Be more deliberate. Moves a little slower with the drawing. Think about what you're doing. Uh, Katsuki Bakugo. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, Bakugo. I know Bakugo, but Katsuki, I was like, I see. I saw Bakugo and I was like, who else could be Bakugo? Who else could be Bakugo? That's the first thing I thought about. But I was like, maybe he's talking about an artist. Because why would you wish a cartoon character a birthday? Happy birthday. Okay, we're moving along the okay. Daily sketches. What's good? What's good? Man, I'm telling you, it's all good. It's all good, fam. It's all good. It's all good. Thank you. Um just rendering away at this drawing. Working on Trunks and Vegeta. Vegeta. Can't do it like Goku. Can you do a Goku voice? Can you? I gotta go. Oh, forget my references. Goodness. Oh no, I wasn't. Oh no, I wasn't recording this. Wait, I'm live. So technically, I am recording this. I'll just download it off the internet. Okay. Shoot. Okay, I'll start a recording of this too. Okay, that was doo doo. Draw however you want, Jet. Okay, I will. Thank you. Hi. Arigato. Hairy cats. Hairy cats. I gotta get my reference out because I don't know exactly how his shoes look. So you guys know I do daily sketches for Instagram and the internet, and I do daily sketches because it's good for your health just to be drawing every single day. That's the reason why I do daily sketches. It's being consistent, working hard. It's not for the likes, okay? Some people like to make an argument like you're trying to hit them likes. Like that comes with the territory. If it happens, it happens. But for me, I'm now 33 and I've only started past 2 years to actually draw for myself, and it's been such a good choice in my life to finally draw. It's like, trust me. If I were doing this for damn likes, I'd be doing something else weird. I don't know. I'm just like rubbed the wrong way with this video that's about Instagram and stuff. It's just like, it's weird. I see so much more benefits for posting daily. The person was talking about how it's so detrimental to you as an artist. You're trying to keep up with the blah blah blah. I'm like, no, what about like stacking a bunch of work on you every single day so you can get better? That's the point of it. But anyways, the hell am I looking for? Yeah, Trunks' reference. So we'll do this for about an hour and a half ish, and just get just talk about things we're going to talk about. Okay. And then we'll run away and we'll get out of here. Vegeta. If you don't know, Goku's voice is like Naruto's voice, and he's like a girl. It's Trunks. Trunks. I got this GIF where Trunks is getting punched by his dad. That's how hardcore. He's like, oh wait, you can't see it this way. Anyways, it doesn't play. It doesn't play when you're looking at it from here. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, have you seen OPM season 2? OPM. It's really bad. I won't watch. Oh, what? It's out? No, it's not. No, it's not. Anime is for season 2. I did not see it. Manga's great, but the anime has really bad animation now. What? That is terrible. I love One Punch Man. He's so good. It's so good. Show is amazing. Let me get this Trunks shoes out here. Okay. 토랑 크스. Is that the only reference I had? Okay. Okay. I see you. I see you. I see you, trunk shoes. All right. Okay. Just gonna lay down these little panel lines. Oh, goes over this way. See? So yeah, it's not quite a direct painting. It's like combinations of layers. It can be if I were to keep continuously merge my layers down, which I kind of do. See, there's like a progression of layers. So I can hold on to them to show people the process. I'm sorry, I'm not reading right now. Just let me do my thing, please. I'll never get this done if I keep reading. I want to read, of course. I want to read. I ain't no bitch. I ain't about to just be quiet, but can trust. Okay, like there's gonna be a rule now. Okay, so if you want to get my attention, I'm gonna let you guys just chill there. If you guys have any questions at all, just like at the Jetty Jet me, okay, and then I'll see at the Jetty Jet show, and I'll see yours. It's not bad Jet. It's just not Madhouse level. It's oh my goodness, Tasm. I'm really sad about that. You guys, I'm sad about that. But yeah, just direct me directly. Direct me directly. Okay. I've changed his shoes a bit here. That's really sad. I waited like 5 years for this moment, and you're telling me the animation is not as good as the last. Like, what happened? You'd imagine they have like. See, that's where you kids gotta stop pirating, okay? Kids gotta stop pirating these shows. Get that Netflix paper. That's what I feel like animes come up quite a bit in the past few years, and they get funded by Netflix's. What the hell? Why wouldn't it show up? Hi. Hi. Okay, moving on to the next topic. What do we have here? Okay, yeah. So New Year's resolution, right? Let's talk about that. My New Year's resolution was one of them was to do daily sketches, and I've kind of stopped it this last week. I finally stopped. Went strong for the first 3 months, 4 months almost. Yeah, just about 4 months. I'm still doing um, drawings on a regular basis, but keeping up with the daily, man, it's a sad one to put down. It's a sad one, but I have good reason. I have very very good reason. It's not that good, but it makes sense. I was getting really messed up on my sleep. I was getting I'm like I have such like deep bags and dark circles in my eyes, and it's because I was doing the warrior thing. I was like, you know what, sleep's for the dead, and I just kept every single day. Like I would just be like, no matter what, I have to do this. My problem is I don't stick to my regiment of 1 hour minimum or maximum. I think there should be a maximum. There's got to be a maximum. That's for people who have like OCD or attention focus. They're just hyper focus disorder. That's what I consider. It's like ADHD, but opposite. Once you focus on something, you can't pull your attention away from it, and that can go for anybody who plays video games. for hours, or just they just can't pull themselves away from it. It's got to be a maximum of 1 hour, and I tend to not stick to that. I probably did it twice during the whole entire 3-4 months that I was doing it. And what ends up happening is it ends up eating into other things and other times. So like if I start, for example, like, oh my goodness, it's 10 p.m. I gotta do my daily sketch. I'll only spend an hour. Nope, nope. I'll be there until like 4 a.m. And even here's the crazy part. So I'm like, oh, I'm dead tired. Frick, it's so tired. Today I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. I'm not gonna be able to do it. But you know what? I'm gonna do it. And I'll just do like a 20-minute thing. Nope, nope. Without fail, every single time I'll be on there for a good 3 hours, 4 hours, just to make sure it looks presentable enough. And that is where it started to really take a toll on me. Is that I began to just walk around like a zombie. I'm dying of like no sleep and just going, must daily sketch. I gotta keep going. And I'll be like, okay, today I'll sleep early. I'll only do a little bit. And no, it just doesn't work out that way. So just figuring out how to stick to the 1 hour thing, I think it's even more important than doing the daily sketches itself. So I decided for my health, I gotta just put a pause on these daily sketches. Not pause, but like um value my sleep over the daily sketches. What I'm saying, like sleep, like at all costs, just go to sleep, and I started doing that. And for the past 2 weeks, it's been amazing, amazing. Goodness, I've been sleeping like a human being. Maybe 2-3 weeks now. Ever since I said screw it, I need to sleep. Just go to sleep. I I fixed it, and I wake up with the sun. Before I would be like 12 p.m. the daytime, 1 p.m., and I'm just finishing my daily. Sometimes I'm just like, well, time to go to sleep. The sun is out, and you go to sleep. And this is like it's like my life story. Brian Books asks, "What anime movies do you recommend?" Man, I recommend. Ooh, I just watched the Brawly movie. Goodness gracious, the freaking animation is on point. Dang, it's so freaking in your face, incredible. Watch that one. Um, fight scenes are just so incredible, man. Love it. What else? Other movies? I don't know. Off the top of my head, I always go back to like Ninja Scroll from the '90s. Um, think about like Rurouni Kenshin, the OVA. Oh yeah, watch that one. Devilman, the classics, but in Japanese. Those are some good ones. Some good ones. So weird. Akira Toriyama's designs so iconic, so simple, so simple. So yeah, I've Jet the anti-cynics. Yeah, and the anti-cynics. Frederica asks, how do you balance practicing every day when you have max 1 hour per day with getting better at trying watching tutorials? Sometimes I get discouraged when I see too much, when I don't see much improvement. Yeah, see, that's my dilemma. I mean, trying to stay within 1 hour is a feat. It's a difficult to accomplish task for me right now. Just learning how to be like 1 hour, and that was kind of my resolution, was to hit 1 hour of YouTube editing, YouTube of Patreon video editing, 1 hour of daily sketch, and also 1 hour of daily rendering. So you got to finish a piece. So all in all, it really is just 4 hours of work. And if you're able to do things incrementally, I think it's much more effective than trying to um, just marathon one thing, because you tend to let everything you I tend to neglect everything else and just falls by the wayside. Um, Oh, he's got this like orange thing and then this blue thing right there. Oh man. Okay. Okay, let's just fix that. So this is like blue. And yeah, the just couldn't stick with it. Just couldn't stick with it. I did it for like a good week. I was like, yeah, this is really nice. And then it's just so tempting. Like once you start drawing, it's hard to get off. Maybe this much. Oh, maybe I'll do a little more. Oh, maybe I'll do a little more. This is yeah. It's like becomes so addicting. How do you balance practicing every day and max 1 hour? You will improve. Just do an hour every day. You will improve. You will improve. You can spend an hour on the same piece every day in like, like sessions. So you don't have to move on to another piece if you want to have like a finished piece. Or you can just keep doing something different every day and stop wherever you're at. Should know what I'm saying. That's like a... Okay. It's got like this scrunchy scrunch thing over here, but that darks are blocking it. Let's turn out the blocks. Okay. Yeah, so this is like he's got like cloth over his belt. Interesting. Never realized that was there. It's like he's got like a... What's that word for a drape? A sheath, a sock, a cover, a belt protector. Not trying to get my belt dirty. Yeah, but doing these dailies, I'll tell you what, man, I've improved so much, and I've talked about this in the past. Just feeling satisfied with where I'm at, and just being like, this is cool. I don't need to improve. I just gotta work. And then if it wasn't for the daily sketches, I wouldn't have experimented with so many different styles and approaches, and just rediscovering my passion and love for drawing. I truly feel that way. Like before, I was just like, I just do it. I just do it because I'm decent at it, I guess, and I gotta pay my bills. And I paid to study it at school, so I have to pay. I have to use it. I'm not just gonna give up on it. That was kind of my reasoning for drawing every day. It became more of a chore than it was a, you know what I mean? I forgot why I liked drawing, and now I'm like happy to actually say like, man, I consider myself a real artist, I guess, instead of just being like commercial artist. But just drawing things that I like and just having fun with it. Like that's why I have a problem with some people who just like, you're a sellout, man. All you do is like these fan art. Like, what the fuck? What if I do like drawing fan art? What if I like fan art? What if I just like it? What if I like drawing women? So there's a comment saying, hey man, you don't have to draw lewd girls to make money. You have what it takes. Blah blah blah. I'm like, but what if I like drawing girls? Like, you know what I mean? It's a lot of just assumptions in that. Don't assume. Or you're gonna look like the word that assume, for how that saying goes. Assume is spelled with an ass. You look like an ass if you assume. Jets like the... Okay, Marveloso, thank you. Yeah, so we've been going 35 minutes. Not bad. Good timing. Gotta add this top lighting once I've figured out all of these forms and shadows underneath the light. Yeah. And his pants is a shade lighter than his shirt. Oops. I also need to do a breakdown of the brushes that I tend to go use by default. A lot of brushes are default, and this is the only one I use for like texture. It's like the Dance Watercolor brush here in Clip Studio. It's very similar in their function. If you use like watercolor brushes, it can become a little annoying sometimes. The the brushes do not act like Photoshop, where it's just like one flat color, whatever color you choose. It has a color mixing function. So you mix with the ground color so it blends with the colors that you're laying down, giving it a more natural feel. And you can turn it off by unchecking it. And you get that more standard look. But I don't like it. I think Psy has something very similar to that too. And when I saw that feature, I knew right away. I was like, this is the one. Oh man. One interesting video then would to be explain how you do daily studies, how to find ideas every day. Do you use photo refs, copy from other artists? What do you focus on? I use all of the above. I'll walk you through my thing. So I knew I needed to my progression in doing these dailies. It started off just because I knew I needed to be more consistent with drawing every day. So I said, you know what? Why not just do a photo study of photography every single day? Keep it easy. Don't have to think about it too much. Just do photo studies. And that turned into why don't I try to draw it in my style? Don't just do photo study, but actually draw it in more of an anime-esque or just manga-esque style. Or just stylize it, stylize it. And I would do that for a year. This is like 2017. I did that for a good year, and I was like, cool. I learned a lot. I did it for like 60 days, and sorry. For like 60 days, and then the next following year, I said, man, I'm starting to do conventions more often. What if I just turn these studies into potential convention pieces or prints? So I would try to knock two birds with one stone. I'm doing a study, but at the same time, I'm using that pose as part of the drawing some way or another. In the end, I'd say 30%, maybe even less, maybe 20. Like this one was completely out of my head. For example, this is just me thinking it up, and I tend to do that where when I'm drawing a new piece, an original piece, I tend to go, all right, this is a character, and I'll find a couple photos, and then use it more as inspiration. Maybe twice or three times where I actually said, let's just use this pose, like straight up, take that pose. But for the most part, I will try to rotate the figure, and actually, I talk about that in the next, my next Patreon video is on Ada Wong, and I start off with a photo from Georgi Chernyadov, one of my favorite photographers. Start off with a picture that I really liked, and then I'm like, why don't we try to do this in a rotate it a little bit? Why not the same pose but rotate it? So I always try to vary it up a little bit, because I feel like if it's an original piece, you don't want it to just be a straight on copy of the pose. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but it just feels like you're not flexing your artistic brain as much, and I just like the challenge. But yeah, I think it's perfectly cool to just be like, you know what, this is a good pose. Use that pose. Use the lighting, and just make the job easier on yourself. And I was doing that for another 80 days or so. And those were my daily sketches. And I started back up again this year, and I got to a little further down, maybe even 100 days. I don't know, 4 months, something like that. Um, and this time I said, instead of moving on to something new, do things in a lot more stages, a lot more sessions. So one drawing could take 4 or 5 different daily sketches. Whereas my first attempt would be, this is one sketch, and I'm sticking to this sketch for today and moving on and not coming back to it until I actually want to finish it later. So this time around, I would take like 3 or 4 different sessions just to do one drawing. Like, this is my second session for this one. This one's not that much, but sometimes I'll put out a drawing and shoot, I'm on the wrong layer again. And ask the audience to vote on a pose, for example. Yeah. Let's get this darker. What we got here? One interesting video. Also, when you're tired and not much motivation, how do you deal with that, Jetty? How do I deal with it, man? Just, I think it has to do with the habit thing. Just making it a habit every single day. You have to hit a certain quota of that day. And if you are strict enough with yourself, and the task is manageable enough, keeping a task manageable, which is why I said an hour and not 3-4 hours a day. Keeping it manageable is something sustainable, long term. If you're doing something that takes like 10 hours to do a day, then you're most likely not going to want to do it the next day because you feel like, man, I'm drained, I'm tired. So a good example would be how I've started implementing a vacuum quota. Before it would be like, I'll vacuum. It would take me like a month before I actually vacuum. But now I vacuum every single day. That's just something you do every day. It's not something that you think about. And it's not like the whole house. I do a section. It takes about 5 sessions of vacuuming to finish the whole house. So within a week, I'll have gone through the whole house, but I'll cycle back through the other parts of the house. And it's just like, if you were to tell me to do the whole house, I'd be like, yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. It's in your head, you've already defeated yourself because you don't want to do it. It's too much work. Too much work to do the whole house. It's going to be at least 15 minutes, and that's still too much. But if you said, hey, can you just vacuum a portion, like the living room? Just do the living room. Like, yeah, I'll do the living room. I don't have to do the hallway. I don't have to do the kitchen, dining room. I don't do any of that stuff. I'm just living room. So you limit it to that, and what ends up happening is like, yeah, I could do this. I do this every day. So there's that. There's throw away 5 pieces of trash. There's fold 5 pieces of trash. There's do 3 sets of 25 push-ups or 100 squats or pull-ups or whatever it is. Exercise daily and keeping it manageable. Oh, and I've also started exercising my dog, which I feel really proud about because dogs need freaking life too, you know. So 5 minutes a day to play some catch every day. Like, wow. Feels like, man, I should have learned this as a kid. How to life. How to life. Because chores and tasks, you know, it's like once you do them, you feel like you've accomplished, you're good, until that freaking pile of laundry just creeps upon you again. Hey, Jay, I got a situation. Wondering if you can answer. I had some semi-credit me. Didn't say my name correctly. Cheryl Duque. And used my piece art without my signature. How do you approach this? How? Remember to write at the Jetty Jet Show so I can see it, but I'll just, whatever. Situation, wonder if you can. Someone semi-credited me, didn't say my name correctly, and used my art piece. Well, I think you just message him directly. if you're cool with them having your artwork up, definitely just message them and be like, hey man, what's going on, dude? Why not credit me? That ain't cool. And in the future, well, I've got fed up with that I've just started signing every one of my drawings. I just signed them. I just put the and I don't upload a full resolution file, and those are higher resolution file is available through Gumroad and Patrons, but don't, because I've had people multiple times, three major events where I had to have like my have the community find me and say, hey man, this person's using your art. One recently where um yeah, they're just using it for a poster or a mug, and have actual photo stock where they have the drawing overimpose the merchandise, and it's really scummy. It's really scummy. So it starts like it's I really start to appreciate art that's out there more, and also music too. When you've been yourself, like I literally had it like way back. I had like the first time that it happened. Okay, I was broke, dirt broke, because I was like doing a bunch of conventions and just moving away from working, and they're stealing from me. So I was like, I don't have money, and I'm already being pirated. It's, it's not cool. It's not cool, man. I'm on the wrong layer again. Oh no, I'm not. I'm good. Yeah, I would just sign them, brother, brother, pal. What else? What else is on there? Sleep loss, sleep fix. Oh yeah, so yeah, I started fixing my sleep. Crazy. Hit them quotas. Hit them laundries. So yeah, I've not hit those 1 hour things daily. 5 minutes of catch. Yep. Yeah, so I'm in the trenches right now. I am in the trenches. I got 8 pieces to finish. I'm going to level up Expo in Vegas. It's a video game convention, which is why I'm starting to do more video game characters. Gotta hit up them Dragon Ball Z's. Sorry, man, brought up bad memories. no, no, it's okay. It's good advice. You gotta tell people. Gotta let them know. Gotta let them know. Yeah. Yeah. Level Up Expo, and I have these pieces to finish. I'll show you right now. Must finish pieces. Trunks, Videl, Samus, Marie Rose, Marie, Chun-Li, Misato, and Futaba are pretty much like, oh, not all pretty much, but like 50% done. And I'm leaving, so let's see. I have like 3 days left to finish them. And in the trenches, it's just I always do this to myself, where I start to cram last minute, try to get as much done. It takes, as you can see, it's taking forever just to do this one. So it's like, we'll see how much I can get done. Okay. Let's talk about, what's up, Striker? Yo. Let's talk about the art blues, the art slumps, and the internet causing the blues, depression. I don't want depression, depressed feelings, just feelings of like inadequacies. But I think what it comes down to for me in my situation, it feels like, is the internet art ambition and it's managing the ambition, because my solution to a lot of these the depression is to actually just produce, just start producing. A lot of times I feel like we feel depressed because we're not actually producing, we're not active, we're not doing something, we're not creating. So when you're looking around, you'll see other people doing stuff, and then you feel like, damn, I'm totally not adequate. um or if you see like just everybody doing like so much better than you, or doing so much more, and because it's the internet, you see them all at once, so it becomes overwhelming. Well, just like recently, just got to start focusing on yourself, like taking each, trying to draw into everything that you do, taking it one step at a time, like one elephant at a time. You don't want to eat the whole elephant by pieces. Just kidding. You got to eat the elephant one piece at a time, and focus on what's ahead of you, what's right in front of you, one step at a time. Just don't worry about too much in advance, and just take it step by step. And I think a lot of times it's like food. You ever had like eat with your eyes? Like you're looking with your eyes, and you're looking at all this food, and you're trying to, and you want to eat it all, but you can't, because you don't have, a big enough stomach. So you start eating with your eyes. Or like when you go to the buffet, for example, and you get more food than you can eat, so you're eating with your eyes. So it's like with drawing, um, even though I am producing stuff, I feel like I still find myself in a slump, because I'm looking at all the different things that are going on. I'm just like, I want to do that, I want to do that, I want to do that, and you can't do it all. But I want to, like I'll see a really nice animation, right? And I have like a small background in animation. I'll be like, crap, I want to start animating, or see something in 3D, or something very painterly, or environmental watercolor, just all these different styles and types of art, and something more flat or 2D, and it just feels like want to do it all. Want to do it all, but it's like, don't worry about all that other stuff. You're doing something right now. You just focus on that. Slowly implement it into your work, incrementally, incrementally, consistently, and incrementally. So that's the key to that. With what thing do you struggle the most at the moment of drawing? I'd say backgrounds. I'd say backgrounds 100%, because I don't spend enough time um, planning planning for it. Yeah, like just do some thumbnails. I mean, I've started to tackle it more head on recently, and as long as you just tackle it head on, it's like it'll be fine. Like I said, one step at a time. And I tend to leave it till the last minute before I actually think about it. Like for this one, I'm not thinking about background. I just want to do the characters, because they're fun. Um, and that's okay sometimes, because they could be the focal point. The character itself is the main thing you're trying to sell to the audience. And sometimes a background might be distracting. So finding that happy balance is difficult. And I think backgrounds a lot of times depends. There's three major types of backgrounds. There's like texture, like a wallpaper. There's graphic, where it's just like shapes and words. And then there's scenes, where they're actually existing in a scene, like there's stuff going on. And just understanding that those there are those types of backgrounds, and then you can try and um, base your drawing around that. Let's put this on this layer here. That's a good question now. Thank you, Kaiki. Yeah, man, it's been a work in progress. Thank you so much. It's very cliche, man. And it's very cliche to say it's very cliche, but it's you just got to draw every day. Every day, every day is better than nothing. Going back to the push-ups and daily incremental changes. 20 push-ups may not seem like a lot if you're just doing it one time, but you do that for the whole year, you're getting something out of it. Now I do 3 sets of 25, and I do them really slow. Um, uh, but it's a lot better. Consistency and managing it for the rest of your life is better than hitting in my opinion, better than doing like a program, like a boot camp program where you hit once, like a P90X or Insanity, which I've done both. I've done like P90X like 3 times, and it's like for at 3 months out of the year, and then the rest of the year you're just fat, eat whatever you want. Nothing changes in your lifestyle. All that changes is those 3 months, and it ends up becoming like a rubber band effect. You're always trying to get back what you gained, and just back and forth, back and forth. And I don't think that's healthy. I've learned that it's not manageable to be like that because it's just intense. Like an hour and a half of exercise every day is like, ugh. Like you can't manage that for the rest of your life. But let's say you did 25 push-ups every single day, then that's better than nothing because I would be doing nothing for a good 7 months anyway. So yeah, incremental. Ever plan on selling prints? Sometimes I think about it. Sometimes, Adrian, I think about doing that someday. No, um, I do sell prints. I sell prints online. I go to conventions, and it's one of my main sources of income is through my art store and conventions. Yeah. What's this belt? Belt got those things? Okay. Okay. So yes, my first time flying out for a show. The 25th, I have to leave to Vegas. So if you guys are around town, I hope to see you guys there. It'd be so cool if I could see you there and chill and talk about art and high fives. High fives. Yeah. It's a little nerve wracking. I get a little nervous about flying. I've flown a couple times in my life. I've gone to Japan, gone to Cambodia, gone to Taiwan, and is it Taiwan? Malaysia. A lot of flying, but it always gets me every time. It's just like little apprehension or nervousness. But it's like it's supposed to be safer than driving. So it's like I guess it's an irrational fear if you think about statistics. Um, Spending on that, how would you approach a fun versus making money? Money mentality for an intermediate artist. Balance fun with making money. Balance fun with making money. Bruh. How would I do it? Well, how I did it was I worked just taking on a bunch of commissions, a lot of commissions, and also contracts from video games companies, larger contracts, and then beating myself up over it because I wasn't having fun. No, I was having a lot of fun with the video game company that I used to work for, Armor Games. They were the best, man. They treat you so freaking good. They are not at all stingy with freaking the budget. And this is an important point to make because I think a lot of times people who are willing to give the most um, from my experience, tend to be more relaxed in giving with their time and creative freedom. People who demand the least, people who want to give out free, who want free work and demand the most changes and critiques and stuff, offer uh take the most. They take the most, offer the least. Like give you peanuts and then require you to do 10 times the amount of work. And just so demanding. It's freaking annoying. But it wasn't all bad because I was like the main art director for the games that we were working on, and it was just like my one of my dreams to be able to be like the main artist behind the video game, like from all the assets to all the characters and just everything. Just like wow, really? I get to do that. That's so awesome. Um, but after doing that, like it's in the end, it's still not my property. It's not mine to keep. It's and once you're no longer working on that project, then you have to find more work elsewhere. Gotta keep moving forward. I'm like thinking about like, okay. But yeah, so it's fun now because I'm like I said, I'm just doing this for myself and um, no, not for myself, but I mean for the patrons. But they allow me to do what I want to do. Like I want to do what I want to do, and you guys are funding it. Like in the end, that's like uh, a dream come true. Like the promised land. I don't know when I'll get tired of that because I mean, it's pretty cool. Like I get to do things that I'm not like I never imagined being able to do. Like develop more of my skill, not have to worry about the bills as much. I can travel and meet you guys. I'm producing tutorials and drawing waifus. Like the frick, man, this is like really. So I'm extremely grateful for that. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Extremely every single day. And that's why sometimes I feel like I'm not producing enough, so I'll just like add more bonuses into the stuff that I do at times. But that's another thing too. I need to slow down on that because I tend to fall behind on my schedule, and I'm always delayed on the release of the rewards because I end up adding more. For example, the NSFW stuff, like it's supposed to just be like one nude of the character, but I'll end up like having too much fun with it, where it becomes like a picture sequence. Like why don't we progressively get more and more lewd? Yeah, but it's thanks to you, I guess, like, you guys that I can do this. So, Harigato gozaimasu. Shite. Paulina, that is a very okay. What do you think, Paulina? Come on, you guys, not running at the Jetty Jet show. I think that being an artist makes you think more about or know yourself. It pushes you to grow up, also to analyze what you are good at what you do. You need to improve and all that stuff. Yes, Paulina, I 100% agree with that, Paulina. My goodness, it's honestly the metaphor for life. I think any craft is, but art for sure hits home. I think if you want to grow as an artist, you need to grow as an individual, personality wise, because you need to be self reflective. You need to be able to be compassionate. You need to be seeing able, you see your own flaws before you can improve on them. And if you can't, then there's no growth. You need to be humble yourself when you work. Be willing to ask questions. You know, it's like a lot of the cockiest people that I met in school. It's kind of not improving that much. Because they've got it all figured out already. Like I don't need to take notes. I don't need to learn these lessons, and then it ends up stagnating their ability to grow. Um, yeah, it's just a very outward world. worldly view on things. I'm trying to say here. Art. Art is life. Open up your third eye and see the art. Where can I get the wet round brush? The it's coming. It's coming. I see you guys. I see you guys. I hear you. Goodness. Okay, I think that's good there for now. Maybe it's 4:06. 4:06. Ah! Is it time to go already? um okay, yeah, so I have a backlog of videos that I have to do as well. I recently released the, what was it? Ada? No, Alita. Yeah, Alita. And I have Tsuyu and Misato all edited, but I haven't had the time to finish the YouTube versions of those. So I got to do those and also upload those to the store. Um, oh yeah, and I also have like last year's Anime Expo with Cynics and the friends and everybody. And then another one, XP Pen sent me one of their pens to review, and just backlog, man. Just juggling everything. Trying to get everything in there. Have yet to do that. It's been like 3 months. I'll say off the bat right now, XP Pen is a great product, entry level product, and it's like you can get a really large size for. I need my daily dose. Add pickle on Vegeta. Yeah, as entry level tab, you can get like a huge screen for like a third of the price of a Cintiq. So highly recommend it. I've just had one issue with it, and I think it's because of the laptop that I was using. It was just too slow, so it get like laggy. But for my other friends who have used it, they said it's fine. I was like, yeah, I think I needed to switch laptops, which I have a new laptop for it. I just have to hook it up, play with it, play with it. D-Live. You guys know about D-Live? I'm just thinking about doing that today. One of my friends was saying you should do that. You should do the D-Live. The foot seems off. Which one? I'm guessing this one right here. Oops. Let's just paint over it like this. Then in perspective. Like that. Yeah, I think you're right. I think maybe you're right. Yeah, you're right. That's so flat. Okay. You're right about that. You're right about that. Yeah, so art is like a very introspective look on your life, and teaches you how to not be a dang hypocrite, and not to be so rigid about ideology, etc. You know, you're always learning things and growing with your art. Um, there's a lot of lessons I've learned about art that relates to life. How does that other side of the shoe work? How does it work? How does it work? I can't see it. Oh, there it is. Okay, it goes this way. It's ribs. Ribbids. Ribids. heard from Sakura and the gang lately? Oh, the boy Silva. Oh shoot, the boy Silva. No, no, actually no. Let's talk to Silva. Silva, oh, man, Silva. We went to. I mean, he called me on my birthday because he's a G like that. They're like home down ass G's when they call you on your birthday. Like what? Solid cool. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, I think we've been going on for a full hour now. So I guess I'll wrap this up in like another 10 minutes, you guys. 10 minutes. Let's walk through some of these stages. Before sketch. The sketch was so fast in this one. I was so proud of myself. I was like, man, this is like literally what the hell? He got two capsule corp signs on his arm. I don't need that. Oh no, the neighbor. The window's open. They can hear you. They can hear you, neighbor. Don't say anything. Where's that capsule corp at? Where are you? I don't have time for this. I see. You're way above everybody else. Okay. I did this and then I just like threw on some top light to really give us that punch. And it's like really nice and painterly. But then I'm trying to render out the forms underneath. Blending it out. Adding some more forms. Starting to render out his face. He's like, yeah, so Trunks. So we're gonna get some more of these forms. Technically, these can be on the same layer as this one. Yeah. It's kind of the same information, bit of information. This one. That in there. Lowering the lights, the lines way down. So I can start rendering it. The lights will be kind of tricky. Just gonna have to go in there and really focus on the parts that I wanted to hit and parts that I don't want to hit. Like, because you lose all that information on the hair, so it's like just kind of start all the way over. I want it to hit all the way back here. Maybe just the front end. Yeah, I gotta figure that out. Thanks, James. James said his hair looks awesome. It's like, yeah. Oh, yeah. I think this is the wrong one. This is the right one. That's in perspective. Okay. Let's darken this a bit too, because this is like too bright. Okay. Anyways, yeah, there's just a lot left to do, and I'm just gonna keep drawing forever if I don't stop. So, which means another hour. Yev, is that what it means? Well, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna end it pretty soon. Is this stream gonna be posted anywhere? Yeah, it's gonna be right here for you guys on the YouTube channel. I know it. Let's just add some more details here for the buckles. Good. Good. Let's put this here. What is it? Got the neighbor's dog barking. It's not my dog. I must say, the wrinkles on the jackets are sick. Thank you. I try to give a little bit of character to every single wrinkle. They have a name. This one's called Bob. That one over there is called Hernandez. This belt buckle's just all over the place. So wonky. 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 Yeah. The shape is just, yeah. Let's see. Oh. Autosaving? Yeah. Did you go to art school before? Yeah. Yeah, I went there. I went to art school. We can talk about that. I'll tell you right now, the value of art school is competition and structure, and also the debt that it gives you. I used to be like, that debt is detrimental or harmful, but it brings accountability to your life, and it forces you, and it puts pressure on what you're doing. Because I mean, nobody forced me to go to art school. Nobody forced me to take out loans, you know. And it's either you make it work or you don't. You know, you come out with all this debt, and you're just like, well, it's either I do this or not. Like, just take a different kind of job, focus on something else, or don't. So, in the end, I don't know if I would be pushing myself so hard. I don't know if I push myself so hard. As far as what you learn there, I think it's all self-taught in a way. It's because it kind of show you what to study, but in the end, it's up to you for how much you bring it, because you still have like people in there for 6 years who don't even know how to use Photoshop, don't even know how to draw, don't even know how to draw. You know what I'm saying? Thanks. Bob's looks pretty dope. This one right here is called Psychra. Let's see which one's Cynics. Oh yeah, the Cynics one. The Cynics one. This one's called Cynics. Bob. Okay, there's something blocking that there. Hey. It's one of the problems with all these layers. So you got to keep track of what's what. Looks hot. Nah. Do a Brawly drawing, my guy. Does hot. Nah. Brawly? I've done Brawly. I did Brawly. I'm working on Brawly. I don't know if I can. Probably not. If I won't have time to finish Brawly for the show. I want to, but I have other drawings in that has priority. Good night, Toms, Dos, Yosef. Good night. Take care. Belt. Let's add some more tones onto this belt. Yeah. Because it's like one color. Belt needs more colors. Need more colors on the belt. Yeah, I did Brawly like three times, 4 times, man. Man, you ain't following me, man. Follow me on Instagram, man. Bread. French bread. Man. Oh, shoot. I don't want that on there. Yeah, we want that grayish color. This is more warmish color on the belt right now. Not grayish, but bluish color on there. Yeah. And then I'm guessing this is a very reflective material, very chrome looking. How long does it take you to finish a picture? I'd say average about 20 hours. 20 hours. It's just about. A little chrome shine right there, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of shine. A little bit of shizan. A little bit of hashisms. A little bit of shizays. A little bit of pitazapsis. Sometimes a little bit of poppies. It is warm. I think that is food time. Could be, maybe. Doorbell rings and I gotta go. Doggy. Doggy. No doggy. Doggy, don't. Don't do it, doggy. Oh my god. Somebody's here. Oh shit. Yeah, I gotta either answer the door or end the stream. Which one do I do? Okay, give me 2 seconds. Alright, I gotta see the door. Mama! Quiet! Mama! Mama! What are you barking at? What are you barking at? Okay. Yeah, that was guessed, but I told him to leave. I said, get out of here. Yeah. What were we talking about? Belts? Belts? Chromes? We were making noises, weren't we? Yeah, we were making noises. Okay. We were just making noises. Belts. Bad apps. Hold on. No, it was my parents' guess, but they went to go visit my brother. Let me know if you guys can still hear me, because I don't know. I muted the mic. I don't know how effective that is. Turning off the lines is kind of cool. Yeah, it's kind of clean. Kind of clean. Kind of unnecessary. Kind of bad apps. It eventually you want to just try to remove the lines altogether, but some of the lines create some really nice texture. But yeah. Pop some of them highlights that are just going to be blanketed over with some really bright top-down light. So it's kind of pointless to do that. It just gets blanketed. Everything goes away. Lose a lot of detail. But that's, you know, that's the sacrifice of art. Sometimes you gotta just favor, prioritize something over another for the greater good, greater cause. But yeah, I don't want to just keep picking at this drawing, because I feel like if I were to do that, I want to like tackle larger pieces of drawing and move on to the next stage. So yeah, I will just say hi thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you everybody who made it this far through the video. And yeah, guys, thank you guys for making this possible. I'm able to like treat my work like it's a journal. I'm able to journal my life, and I get to travel and stuff, and travel expenses are not freaking cheap, so you guys really help with that too. So thank you guys. If you want to see the, let's see here, let me just show you guys. It's on Instagram. Follow my Instagram if you guys want to keep up to date with what I'm doing. This is the Ada Wong drawing. Oh yeah, Broly. I want to show you guys Broly real quick. I don't know if you guys seen the Broly I did. Broly. Oh yeah, so this is the Broly sketch. And then this was the first Broly, the first lighting scheme that I tried. What's this? And then the second one. I like this one better. It's top-down lighting again, but it just seems more godlike. It's just so epic. It's just so, yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Tom Joseph. And then what I was gonna say about that. Oh yeah. Ada. I played it when I started drawing this. I didn't play it, and I don't remember Ada from the original Resident Evil 2. So I was like a little confused. Like, wait a second, I don't think she was part of that. I think she was new to the remake. But damn, it was good. I played a dang game. It's so good. I was running around screaming like, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. The hell's their hair. I was got me going like, woo, woo, huh, ah, oh shit, hold up. It's really fun. Very jump scary. And then this is kind of the trailer for that reward. So if you guys want to check it out, please check out my Patreon. Yeah. So yeah, I'm currently in the trenches trying to edit this one right now. Okay, leave that. Thank you, Tom. Thank you. Brazil is watching me. Oh no, Brazil. Still. So we gotta make sure we do a proper exit. How am I? Oh, there it is. There it is. You retracted your. Oh, you retracted your. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Take care. Take care and shoot. Bada bap.